Why are your JavaScript loops breaking unexpectedly? Imagine writing a loop that should run 10 times, but it stops after only 2. Or maybe it keeps running forever, freezing your program. That can be frustrating, but understanding why it happens can save you hours of head-scratching. Loops are powerful tools for repeating actions, but they can break or behave oddly if certain rules aren't followed. Let's explore some common reasons why your JavaScript loops might be breaking unexpectedly. One big cause is forgetting to update the loop control variables inside the loop. For example, if you have a while loop that depends on a counter, but you forget to change that counter inside the loop, it might run forever or stop early. If the condition never becomes false, your program can hang. Always make sure you increment or decrement your counters correctly within the loop body. Another tricky issue is using the for-each method on arrays. This method runs a function on each element, but it does not support break or continue statements. If you try to use return to exit early, it only stops the current iteration, not the whole loop. So if you want to stop looping based on a condition, avoid for-each. Instead, use a for loop or a for-of loop, which support break and continue. Sometimes, the loop variable gets changed unintentionally inside the loop. For example, if you reuse the same variable name elsewhere in your code or modify it inside the loop condition might break unexpectedly. Keep your variable scope clear and avoid overriding loop counters unless you know exactly what you are doing. Logical errors in the loop condition can also cause issues. If your comparison operators are wrong or if you compare different data types, the loop might end too early or run longer than expected. Double-check your conditions to match your intended behavior. For example, using a less than instead of less than or equal to can make the loop stop sooner. Infinite loops are another common problem. These happen when the loop condition never becomes false. Your program might freeze or crash, which looks like the loop broke unexpectedly. To prevent this, make sure your loop has a clear exit condition and that your counters are updated properly. Finally, if you are using asynchronous functions or callbacks inside loops, you might run into scope or closure issues. Variables captured in closures can have unexpected values, causing your loop to behave strangely or terminate early. Be cautious when working with asynchronous code inside loops. To keep your loops running smoothly, use for or for-of loops when you need to break or continue early. Avoid changing your counters unnecessarily, and always verify your loop conditions with console logs or debugging tools. Wrap your loops in functions to keep things tidy and consider higher-order functions like map or filter for array operations. Mastering these control flow rules will help you avoid unexpected loop breaks and write more predictable JavaScript code. This makes your programs more reliable and easier to maintain.